everybody, welcome back for episode 2 of my affordable meal series. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoy the recipes I put together. I hope, as I had promised, you're noticing some improvements. You're up on a stand, I got a light going. I'm feeling very bougie here in my very basic kitchen. Welcome to my kitchen. It's nothing fantastic, but it gets the job done. And I'm also going to add a little portion in the video of tips, just like little tips that I've learned along the years, and hopefully they help you. I hope you enjoy these meals that I put together. They're all affordable, they're yummy. As I said, I wouldn't put out anything I don't feed to my family. Anything I'm making, they're eating. Okay? All right, let's get to cooking. The first recipe we're going to do is our own pizza, but even though it says pizza crust, you do not have to make it pizza. You could make it a flatbread of any type. Actually, I'm going to make a very generic, cheese with, this is from the dollar store, so, well, $1.25 store. I have 2 of them because I'm going to make 2 different ones, which is going to be a lot of, so one of them, all we need, this is also from, so the $1.25, so $2.50, so $3.75. We're only going to use a couple teaspoons of this, probably half of the cheese. I cut up a little garlic, and I have some herbs from my garden, but if you have Italian seasoning, actually you might not even need it, but one of them I'm making as a white pizza with just garlic, fresh tomatoes and herbs, and a little cheese, and one I'm going to make a full cheese pizza. So for very, very little money. I'm just going to slice up a couple Roma tomatoes. I have this one left over, and, very easy. This is one of my favorite pizzas that I never make for myself, but I should. I don't know if we'll need all these. We're going to assemble in a minute. This is all it takes, you guys, I'm telling you. So the temperature of the oven's at 425. We're going to cook about 8 to 10 minutes each one. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add a little olive oil. Optional. It's just out of habit, I guess. And then I've got this chopped garlic. I know it's a lot, but I like a lot. Okay. And then we're going to add just not that much cheese. I'll give you all the prices of everything in the description box as always. I'm telling you though, if you have Parmesan, you could add a little of that if you want. But I'll give you all the prices of everything. Then we're just going to put it, I don't know if they call this a margarita pizza. Let me know in the comments. I call it a white pizza where I'm from, but I know they might call it a margarita. And then I've got the herbs. Again, Italian seasoning would be fine, perfect. I might even add some more because I didn't grab enough for my liking. Just shake, whatever you like. I mean, gosh, this is a blank canvas. You could do anything with this that you like. Okay, that one is done. And our next one is going to be even easier. I don't want the crust to get wet. So we're just going to, I'm going to do the olive oil too. Again, I don't know if this is a required step. This is just what I do out of habit, I think. I mean, obviously, whatever your kids like. And this is for, I cannot believe they're making this sauce in a can. Maybe I shouldn't have done that oil. Well, that's okay. We're good. So we're not going to even use half of this. I think maybe I would skip the oil on the next time with the one with the sauce. With mine, though, the one I'm making for myself. All right. So we're good. I think it was about 4 teaspoons. I don't know for everybody who was counting at home. And we're just going with this. I'm telling you, it couldn't be any quicker, right? All right, so I'm gonna throw a little Italian seasoning on this as well. This is going in the oven for 8 to 12 minutes. It looks like we are coming to the end of our bag of cheese, but I did get this on sale because my family likes a lot of cheese. But I will give you, again, all the prices in the description. Extremely affordable, way more affordable than if you were gonna buy it at a pizzeria. Okay, I'll catch you once it's coming out of the oven. I'll be back. Our pizzas are out of the oven. Look how awesome they are. And they're big size, way bigger than a dinner plate. I'm going to say bigger size than a small pizza you would get, but not as quite as big as a medium. Because my cookie sheet wasn't big enough, this one was up and the cheese kind of slid a little bit. That's okay. So this was $4.25 for 10 to 12 minutes. And I can't wait to dig in. It looks so good, and I'm excited. I'm excited that the $1.25 store has these crusts now. My imagination is running wild of all the things I can make with them. I hope you give it a try. Next up, we're going to make a dish called Sopita, which translates to little soup. I've never made it before. I'm very excited to try this. This is a very, very affordable. I found this on my research. Now, we're going to use the rest of our spaghetti sauce because we have more. We have 3/4 of a can left, but we're going to hit it with some cumin, maybe some adobo, and this is the chicken bouillon that I use. I get this at Aldi's. I can't remember. I think it was like $8, and I use it all the time, and I have this, like this, you can't see, like this much left. You only use about 2 teaspoons. It's such a good value. It honest to God is. We're going to add cumin, which is going to give it really good flavor. So what we first have to do is add a little oil to a pan and actually fry. I'm going to go with half the bag to give these a little bit of nuttiness, the pasta, and then we're going to add, and the onion and green pepper are optional. You don't even need it. You literally just need shells, a little seasoning of whatever choice you want, and a can of either tomato sauce, preferably with no other seasoning in it. Oh, and some chicken bouillon. Again, the recipe and the details will be, this is coming in at like way under $1 a serving. Way, way, way. We're going to just go with a little bit of oil. I'm going to add the onions and peppers in first. Again, completely optional. And apparently what we need to do after this is add in, I'm going to do half a bag. These were only 89 cents of these shells to brown as well in the pasta to give it more of like a nutty flavor. So when we get to that point, I mean, maybe I could just add them in now. I'm just going to go half a bag. I've never made this before, but it looks fantastic, and I'm very excited. After this, it's just going to be 4 cups of water, 2 teaspoons of the chicken bouillon, any seasoning you would care for, and tomatoes. And we have this like way more left from you making the pizza, so we don't want to waste it. And that again is from the $1.25 store. And again, I'll give you all the prices and everything in the thing. So we're just going to kind of mix this around. Seems weird. I've never fried pasta before, but this is what the recipe calls, and I've been looking at this recipe for a while, and apparently, you know, this recipe, depending on where in Latin, what region you're from in Latin America, everybody does it different. And, you know, you could add anything to it. If you had leftover meat, you want to add beans, you want to add corn and peas, you know, frozen corn and peas. Carrot. I mean, the sky's the limit. This is a base, almost like the chowder base well, we made corn potato chowder, but I mean, literally, you could turn that base into any type of chowder you want. I was thinking about it later. I was like, oh, I should have recommended they could add ham to it if they eat ham. But our first 2 dishes out the gate are vegetarian today. I mean, no meat. I'm not going to say completely because we have cheese involved in our pizzas, but We haven't used any meat, which is going to help because the prices of the meat I saw today were insane. So yeah, they're bubbling around a little bit. So I'm going to keep at this so they get a little brown. And then we'll add our, I'll come back once I add the water, and all that and show you. I cannot tell you guys how amazing this is smelling. And the pasta is getting a little brown. Don't worry, we're going to be adding water, and but it smells, the peppers, the onions. I don't know. Magic is being made with these very three simple ingredients. Don't let the pastas go too far. You just want them like a little toasted. There's one. See that one right there in the middle? It's a little toasted. Apparently it does. It's the secret magic of this dish. My mouth is watering. I cannot tell you guys how amazing this is smelling. And the pasta is getting a little brown. Don't worry, we're going to be adding water, and but it smells, the peppers, the onions. I don't know. Magic is being made with these very three simple ingredients. Don't let the pastas go too far. You just want them like a little toasted. There's one. See that one right there in the middle? It's a little toasted. Apparently it does. It's the secret magic of this dish. My mouth is watering. What I'm gonna make is barbecue drumsticks with coleslaw and corn. Now, you see these stickers. I wanted to show this to you. I believe there's 5 in each package, which is more than enough. And we're going to do 2 packages. But you see, it says Manager Special. Keep an eye out for these. Normally, they're up higher than the ones lower, obviously, that are at the premium price. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to boil these. There's no... I generally do not like to... I can fry them. I love fried chicken, but it's too hot right now. But what I'm going to do is boil them because I want to make sure they're cooked. I can't tell you how many times I put, drumsticks on the grill and, I bite into it. It's just, I like mine completely cooked through, like completely. So to make sure none of that happens, I boil them first. So I'm just going to put them in a pot of water, nothing in them, just water, and boil them. And then later, once that cools off, I'll take them out, bathe them in barbecue sauce, and we'll either throw them on the grill. Yeah, we'll throw them on the grill because it's very hot. We're in the deep heat of July. Hi, you guys. I'm back. Okay, so the chicken's boiling for our barbecue chicken meal. I've got the Sopita, small soup it translates to. And look at the huge container it made. I've got to be very careful. I'm here. I normally don't eat on camera, but I can't wait to try this. It smells so good. I have never tried this in my life. And I can see. Well, let me test it first. Oh my God, it's so good. It's so good, you guys. I don't know, maybe frying the pasta does something magical. I have no idea. You can add any seasoning you like. Again, if you had leftover meats, beans. I taste beans in this would be so good. It almost tastes like a minestrone. I'm sorry, but it almost does. Except for I threw in. I bet even that chili packet where I had half of it left from last week, I could have thrown in here to kick it up a notch. So good. Give it a shot. Everything will be in the description. The chicken's boiled. I let it go about 35-40 minutes. Like I said, I want to make sure that is cooked all the way through, just in plain water. You can save the water if you want to save it for chicken stock. It freezes beautifully. It's a great base for any soups, anything that calls for chicken bouillon or chicken broth. There you go. You have some. All I'm going to do with that is paint on barbecue sauce, and they're going on the grill, really just to crisp them up and give them that, so they're not like, so they have that crispy skin, barbecue amazingness. Now, over here, is where I'm putting together the side dishes. I'm doing the easiest coleslaw you've ever seen. We're taking half of a bag of this coleslaw mix. Now, I'm the only one in my family that's going to eat this, but this would feed so many. This is within our 4.5 servings, it says. And that means you have to eat a lot. I'm cheating. I'm not doing a mayo. I'm doing almost like a more healthy version, I think. You can use any type of balsamic vinaigrette. This one's halfway gone. It has honey in it. And in coleslaw, they do add sugar. I don't know if you know that from the ones at KFC or whatever. You want to do this at least a half an hour before you're going to eat. I'm just going to mix that all in it. Now, the one flavor that coleslaw has, because what's going to do here, it's going to wilt it a little bit, and the water will mix with the dressing and everything. The one thing that sets coleslaw apart, I guess, is this celery seed. Those are little dots you see in coleslaw. We're going to add some to it. Now, you can get this at the $1.25 store. I've had this for a couple of years. I can't think of another recipe that calls for celery seed. If you guys can think of one, let me know. So simply for dinner tonight, we're going to have, or I'm going to have this. We're going to have these 3 corns on the cob here. Probably soak them in water and you just throw them on the grill, or rinse them in water and they cook in their own husk. I probably won't even husk them, and sometimes I cut the kernels off like I did for the chowder, but for today, this I will put, that's done. That's it. 3 ingredients. Our coleslaw mix, our celery seed, again optional, but it does give it that complete. And any type of balsamic dressing you can find, and you definitely can find one for $1 or so. So for sides to go with the chicken, we've got that, and we've got the corn. And I think that will be a nice full meal, and we're good, and we're in budget. So I'll probably give you one shot of that when it's grilling and when it's plated up, and that will be that for this week. Okay. Okay, here's our budget chicken dinner. The coleslaw, it did what it should. It wilted. It doesn't have, I guess maybe it's not the most appetizing color with the balsamic vinaigrette, but it tastes amazing. Trust me on this. Here's our chicken, fresh from the grill. It was boiled, then grilled. And then here's a plate. And just stick by, because I have a bonus recipe coming up for you. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye now. Here's a little bonus video for you guys. I have 6 extra ripe bananas, and I'm not going to throw them away. My family adores banana bread, and I'm going to do a no-mixer banana bread, meaning that you do not need to use a mixer because we're going to melt the butter. I'm going to put the instructions and recipe in the description so I don't hold you. I've already held you too long, but you know, we have a sweet tooth. And one little thing I picked up at Job Lot were these, it's called paper bakeware. There's 12, so you bake them right in this. So I figured this would be really cute for lunch boxes, grab and go, or if I want to freeze half or bring some over, give some away or bring some to the office. So they're all in their like little individually served. So when they're all completed, I will show you how they come out in these cute containers here. And that's that. I hope you all have a beautiful, beautiful week. And my tip is just try to buy seasonal right now. Try to buy as many things seasonal that are growing, like corn. If you can get a good deal, slice it off the cob, freeze it. We just don't know how expensive the food is going to get over this winter. Okay, have a great week, and I'll see you soon. Ta-da! 12 little individual banana breads in those cute little cups. 6 with walnuts, 6 without. As I said, the recipe for this, which was very simple and only took half the cooking time because they were mini loaves, will be in the description. Have a great week, and thanks for watching. And the cost on this, well, I guess I could say kind of free because I had everything here to make it. There wasn't one thing I had to purchase to make it, but it just depends on what you got in your pantry. But it's very basic. Check out the recipe. You won't be disappointed. Bye-bye.